Well, every day is a challenge. We don't live a life really as a family, we survive, which isn't a nice life to live, just survival every day.
I'm Sasha, I'm an estate and letting agent, and I came round to value Dana and Paul's home and realised that we can't move them without your help.
I'm mum to Morgan and Jensen. Morgan is 6 years old and has sadly been suffering most of his life. He started to get eczema and allergies at about 6 months old. 15 months old, he was diagnosed with nephrotic syndrome, which is a life-threatening kidney condition where protein leaks out of his kidneys. He is on immune suppressant drugs. And then by 2 years old, he was diagnosed with asthma. Sadly, the most recent thing has been the red skin syndrome, the weeping, the oozing. He's unable to regulate his body temperature. It's sort of all over his body, but his face is the main area. But obviously this has all had a real big impact on his mental health. And he says nearly on a daily basis that he wants to die. And people say, well, he doesn't really understand if he dies that he won't see you again, but he does, because he says, well, I'll be in heaven and I'll be crying and crying, but I'll watch you. We've been trying to get support for his mental health. 5 referrals have been made to CAMS, Child Adolescent Mental Health Service. He wasn't in school for 8 weeks. It affects everything. It is completely debilitating. The living arrangements do make a massive difference as well. We're in a flat, we've only got 2 bedrooms, so we're all on top of each other. You can't get away from the noise. We're just so cramped here really. We've outgrown, where we live, and we just haven't got the space, especially dealing with Morgan's day-to-day care. Jensen is unable to share a room with Morgan because Morgan's up every hour to an hour and a half screaming, crying, itching, and it can take a couple of hours to resettle him. So obviously Jensen is impossible to share, so he sleeps in our bedroom on a mattress on the floor. He would love to have his own space. It's not just the extra bedroom, it's the fact that we don't have a garden, and that would be life-changing, because if we could open a back door and he could run around in the garden, or a canopy outside so that Morgan can sit in the shade, or Paul and I can go out and get some fresh air. It's really difficult to do that when you're in a flat without a garden. If this was a housing flat, we would probably have been rehoused on medical grounds. He's allergic to dairy, eggs, nuts, soya, avocado, kiwi, banana, rice, fish, tomatoes. Acidic fruits flare up his eczema. He's also allergic to dust, pollen, cats, dogs, horses and latex. Oh gosh, I'm in with him every night, and I shake off his duvet out the front door, and I hoover the bed over and over again. And we really do believe that it would be life-changing to be in a house with a garden, just that one extra bedroom, a bit more space, respite from each other. It's not going to cure Morgan's medical condition, but it's going to make life a lot more comfortable for everybody in the family. Sasha came out to value the property in January. It became clear once we'd spoke to a financial advisor that we were going to have real difficulties trying to get a bigger mortgage, because I'm a carer and Paul's now self-employed. So we sort of rang Sasha and said, well, sadly, we're not going to be able to put the flat on the market. And she'd coincidentally heard of Morgan through publicity last year and said, well, I really want to help you, and started the ball rolling, with all the fundraising. So we'd only met her once. We can't believe how much she's doing for us to support us as a family. Paul and I, we feel really embarrassed yet again asking for help, but it's our only option to be able to get a house or somewhere bigger. We do really appreciate all the support that especially obviously Sasha and the local community are giving us. And before, when we did the fundraising for his treatment and all his therapies, we were overwhelmed with the support, not just locally but nationally as well, that people have given. So we just want really to say a big thank you.